Wrapped up like a deuce and done a roller in the night. Flying here by the light. Wrapped up like a deuce and done a roller in the night.
Madman, drummer, bummers, Indians in the summer with the team.
Ora se la consiste with a manager, mister. Told me I want it.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the RJ3K podcast number 5.
I got a mallet for Nolan's head.
No!
I'm
Theme
Chris.
song.
No.
I'm Nolan.
Welcome, one and all. Who we have here?
We have the third wheel. We have a third man named Nolan. He's
That's my name.
If you check out the Gold Eye, you'll see Nolan's.
You'll see the golden.
Nolan.
The I golden child.
What?
He's the golden child. I describe you to my mom as the physically.
Talk to your mom about me.
I describe.
Did you put in a good word for him?
I say that you are like physically the child she always wanted.
Oh.
I'll have sex with your mom.
No, you have not seen her, man.
Every Saturday.
You would rethink. Oh, why do you have to know that?
You told me.
Ritualistically, my parents fuck every Saturday.
That's weird.
And my mom just told me once that she describes herself as a once-a-week kind of gal.
I forgot about that, no!
I feel like my parents don't ever have any like sexual tension whatsoever. Just because I don't know.
I'm so frightened.
My mom's not sexy.
My mom
What
is not and never was. She looked like me when she was my age, and now she looks like me.
You look like your dad. I see
My
it.
dad's good looking. I'm not.
I see it.
But, like...
I see it.
Oh, my God. I wish I looked like my dad more.
You just look like a combination.
Oh, good.
You
I
do.
Can't see anything.
You do.
Like,
Great.
I mean...
I look more like my mom, really. But, aside from this strange conversation, we've got oodles and oodles of news stories and topics to talk about.
Are we starting off with news?
I want to hit the gate running,
And then
just hardcore.
Freeform discuss?
We have a trailer to discuss first. We will play it for ourselves, but this will not be included on the podcast, everyone. You'll have to look it up for yourself, but we will be slapped with copyrights crap, and our video won't go up if we let this stay in. So, you know, I have a love-hate relationship with Goosebumps.
Love-hate? Like,
I acknowledge that it's garbage. All of it, absolute garbage.
But...
I love it all the same.
Wow.
it's like a Harry Potter light of horror. Excuse the horror.
I never would have thought of that. That's a good way to describe it, to be quite honest. But
Did you read Goosebumps?
I read one book
and never turned back.
As an elementary school student, I still managed to realize that it was complete garbage.
Did you read a lot of Hank the Hound Dog?
What is that?
No!
It was garbage.
Hank the Hound Dog?
He couldn't complete a sentence. It was just a bunch of hyphens and just horrible runs.
Was it like Wishbone?
Yeah.
Wishbone was wonderful.
I don't know what that is.
We had a dog, like a...
You don't know about Wishbone?
We had a stuffed animal of Wishbone.
Yes, I did too.
It wouldn't move. Like, you couldn't move anything around, like, about it.
It was
but
petrified.
It was just...
What, did you, like, grab the dog's legs and whoever gets the bigger half gets a wish?
It was a solid metal figurine.
Yeah,
it was
tore the dog in
die-cast. A die-cast fucking Wishbone.
You remember my first dog, Little Bit?
I had an aunt named Little Bit.
Like an
ant.
Like
Yes,
a small one?
that was her nickname.
Oh.
Little Bit. We called her Aunt Little Bit. And I called my grandmother Honey.
That's funny, because we called my dog Little Bit. But anyway...
She was a dog.
This dog lived way beyond her years, meaning she lived into the...
Didn't she fall down the stairs?
Yeah, she fell down the stairs like multiple times. And I felt so bad for her.
I shouldn't laugh.
was convinced that one day she was going to fall down the stairs and just die.
And you just have to scoop her up.
And you would have to, like, pick her up and be
With a
like...
shovel?
Just look at her dead corpse and just be like...
Oh my god!
Why? Why, God? Why?
I'm going to have to bury that out in the back.
But it never happened, so we just put her down.
I had
just waiting for it? That's what you wanted?
I
So you
had-
had to spend the money on euthanization?
I had no money. My parents had money.
I had a dog that died pretty recently over the summer. Or not the summer, before you got back.
Yeah.
That's
She,
Which one was it?
It was Katie. Really weird.
Well, that's the weird thing, because you said Sherry was old
Sherry
and decrepit,
is old
and
and
she's
decrepit.
still old and decrepit.
I'm amazed you remember her name already.
How old is she, 16?
She looks 6. Well, she's 14. basically. She'll be 14 in August. But what happened to my other dog was she got diabetes. And
my mom had a bird that had diabetes.
did she have to give it insulin?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I can't imagine doing that to a bird. Well, we had to take her blood sugar and give her insulin every day. Stick her on the neck and prick the lip and take the blood and dab it onto this thing. And it would test her blood sugar. And her eyes, she got cataracts shortly after she got diabetes, because that happens. Especially when sometimes they say insulin causes it. And they like, somehow they got like infected because of this. And they started swelling up, and they wouldn't stop swelling in her head. And so the doctor said she had chronic headaches.
Oh.
Let me wheel it around by playing the Goosebumps trailer.
Oh, yeah.
Really, only you need to come here. No one can see this. You need to come here, because we have a rapport with Goosebumps. We really do. Now, when I heard that there was going to be a Goosebumps theatrically released trailer or movie, I was very concerned. I really was. But here is the Goosebumps official trailer released on July 8th.
Get that off.
Yeah.
That is a pox on the film industry.
So, good word. Yeah, that's happening. Can you believe this?
I can't believe people actually put money
Who had
into these
Goosebumps?
things.
And they put a lot of money into
Yeah,
this
it's
in
gonna make money
particular.
too.
You can tell that this is big, like, theatrical scale stuff.
When does that come out? Christmas?
This comes out
Crimbus?
October 16th.
For Halloween. Okay.
I understand, but
I understand when it comes out and
man.
why it comes out when it does, but I don't understand why in the world they're making this fucking movie.
I'm thinking like half the audience that's going to go see this,
well,
they'll be like, what is this? When did this, what is the inspiration? They won't know that these were books, really.
It's going to be like people our age that are just...
I'm a 90s kid!
Yeah, it's that.
90s kid for life! Fuck, I hate that shit.
Only 70s kids will remember Boardwalk Empire.
No other decades.
Only
talks about
40s
itself
kids will
like that.
remember World War II.
Oh, I'm a 90s kid. No, you'll say you're from the 80s, but no other fucking decade is like 90s kid or 90s.
How many other people are 90s kids?
We're not even really 90s kids.
I'm barely a 90s kid.
Exactly.
I would think 90s kids is someone who really was self-aware in the 90s. Like,
I was self-aware.
coming of age, kind of.
I certainly wasn't. I was 8 in 2000, so.
I would like to think I'm self-aware
now.
in maybe 99. Maybe. That's a really rough guess.
I will say I was not self-aware until 7th grade.
That's right.
I can't remember what age that was, but otherwise it was just me, just everything falling out of me, just whatever came to mind.
Well, you mean
Speaking
like when
of
you're making
self-awareness.
conscious choices?
Yeah, when I started I
think
became
like-
self-aware.
I think when people start developing a personality, I think that tends to come around 7th grade, 7th or 8th
That's
grade.
when I started noticing cliques and people breaking off into that kind of stuff, and just started really thinking about society and behavior, sociology. So
Your disillusionment was in 7th
that's
grade.
when it began. Well, I mean, in 6th grade, I was really popular, actually. That was my most popular year, because I've told you about this, I think. I came up with, there was this new military kid who came from Japan, or he didn't come from Japan, but they had been posted there, they were white, and he said they had these, like, monkey dolls that looked like they were in Teletubby outfits. And so I conceived these, and he had like a story of like a nightmare of them coming to life. And so I conceived these Saturn monkeys that would invade Earth and just be space monkeys in Teletubby suits. And I called them the Saturn monkeys for some reason.
How old were you?
That was 6th grade, so... Shit. I don't know.
You were 12, 11 or 12.
Yeah. And people, basically, somehow, I don't know how I did it. I submitted one to my literature teacher, which was my last period, 7th, and she would always say, you really should let me read these to the class. It might. She was trying to inspire them with another student's
Is this the one
stuff.
that made you tape cars together? And
No, that was a summer thing that from at the school that my mother works at, which is a public school. So I came up with this fucking bullshit mythos and everything. And these were really just very violent, horrible, militaristic, like, stories. And she would read them to my whole period during the last, like, 10 minutes of class. For, like, a whole year. And it got so big, everyone would, like, try to bribe me with, like, Lunchables and stuff to put them in the story. Oh. Like, everyone, even people I didn't talk to very often. So, it was just, like, whoa! And after that, when people started to not be children anymore, that was a steep drop-off for me. But I was on top, man.
Like in 7th or 8th grade was when I started, like, getting into music, which I think really defines a personality in a way.
That was 8th grade for me.
I think it was 8th grade.
Did you have iTunes during that time period?
Yeah.
Because my parents would not get on the Apple
train
like bandwagon kind of thing. We were all about Samsung and their
Zunes and shit.
Not Zunes, but we had like a really generic like, Samsung MP3 player, and it came with its own software that didn't work at all. And I remember I was trying to do a computer project for our computer teacher in middle school, like the God, what's it? It was like a little keynote kind of thing about our life and stuff like that, and then we turned it into a movie. We had to get songs to do it with, and we could not download those songs for...
I don't remember that project. Nolan and I went to high school together. I don't remember the project.
They're best buds?
Yeah, we were best buds for 2 years.
What? What? That's not what I thought.
Wow, you thought wrong.
Wow.
But anyway, Apple's iTunes is better than Samsung's whatever the fuck you want to call it.
I use iTunes, and I hate Apple. I hate them.
What song comes to mind when you think of 8th grade? I can always...
Grills.
Grills?
By Nelly.
Oh, I thought you said Gorillas.
Grills by Nelly.
I can place time periods by music. Soldier Boy was 7th grade.
Grills
Soldier Boy was 7th grade.
Grills was 7th grade for me.
That was 7th grade.
8th grade...
I can tell you what my 8th grade is. That's Me and Julio Down by the Schoolyard by Paul Simon.
That's... I love that song.
Great song.
Grills and Gold Digger. Oh my god.
By Kanye.
People were obsessed.
Yeah, I remember that one.
In 7th grade. I remember...
forget Kanye made that. I forget.
Yeah. That was one of his first massive hits.
That was like... Yeah.
2000...
That was one of my beautiful, dark, twisted fantasies.
Yeah. Well, like, the thing that gets me about that is, like, I exclusively downloaded from iTunes. Like, I bought everything. And within 2 years, I hated Apple and exclusively downloaded illegally.
I like to use vid to MP3 player.
Oh my god, I don't like it because it's
terrible.
It's not the right quality. It's like it flattens
compressed.
it. It just feels like it was recorded by something just recording it playing from a speaker or something. Yeah. I don't know. I do that for my sound effects though from YouTube. Yeah. Which, by the way, I would have we don't use a board when we're actually doing the podcast. I would be using sound effects now, but I find it a lot easier just to layer them in, because if you play them through the speaker, you hear a click, and then you hear, like, what sounds like it's coming from a speaker into a microphone. So, but I need to move on, my god! We're being is tangential a word?
Yeah.
Well, good. Slightly. There's something on MTV coming soon called White People.
White People.
Well...
How does that make you feel?
You know, I just feel like it's similar to The Briefcase in that it's going to rely on its shock value and controversy alone.
Is it a mini-series? Is it a whole show?
I'm sure it'll be like a one-season thing, maybe.
Well, I mean, are they planning on it going more than one season? Because it's not going to get another season.
That's more information than I have. Yeah. You know?
Because, not to, like, be super dismissive of all race issues, but it's going to blow over in terms of what people are interested in.
Right.
So, no, it's not going to last more than one season, I don't think.
Nolan, do you have anything to say about this garbage?
I think instead of a show about white people being really shitty, I feel like we should have like an Aryan race kind of show where we...
Yeah, that's Sons of Anarchy.
Oh!
Okay, well then I guess I'll have to watch that.
Just cue that up on Netflix, man.
I think we need an MTV documentary about how black people...
Get Ron Perlman and black people.
What?
We need
Get them together and just have them sing a song.
We need them to just make harmony and
Make harmony.
Doing shows called White People is not the way to do it.
Yeah, that's not it.
it should be Caucasian people.
It should be non-existent. Moving
We shouldn't have
on.
to talk about it.
Well, I don't know. Something happened very recently on July 11th that blew up the internet and really bothered me because I admire this man a lot. Bryan Cranston did a mic drop.
What?
What?
What was this?
There's something called there was a conversation about at something called Nerd HQ 2015.
I already don't like the sound of that.
And it was a panel, and basically this is what happened.
Yeah. My question is, because I grew up in Albuquerque, what was there any cool places, anything that you liked being there? Like, how was it? 'Cause
Is there anything you liked being there?
So I want to know, how'd you like it? Or did you have fun?
Yeah, go and visit your mother once in a while.
And then
That's
He's old, man.
that doesn't
He's
matter.
trying to be in touch.
No,
He's not.
no.
I feel like he's not that old.
He's really not. He's older than he looks.
He's like 50-something, right?
He's
early
50
50s.
something and looks 70 something,
Well, that's- yes.
basically. But I was very shocked to see this on the YouTube main page and upset. So,
I love Walter White.
He's missing.
what about Bryan Cranston?
I like Walter White more than Bryan Cranston.
The funny thing about Bryan Cranston is that he's actually a rather, colorful character.
Yeah.
Like,
I
very
think
flamboyant.
I think he's funny.
If you see the outtakes,
Really
he
funny.
gets,
He is,
he gets
usually.
pretty loopy.
Until he does stuff like this.
Well,
A mic drop on fucking national television. But that really upset me. I just thought I'd note that so that people I thought had integrity can immediately
Didn't-
be brought back to
you can't
zero.
judge someone based on one action. Come on.
Didn't in
This is
Breaking
bad.
Bad, okay, spoiler alert for people who haven't seen Breaking Bad right now. Oh my god, spoiler alert. Didn't he just improv the pizza throw?
Yeah, that wasn't supposed to happen, I don't think. I mean, he
It
didn't
was
improv
one take.
throwing it. Like, he didn't mean to throw it on the roof, yeah.
I think he just didn't he just improv flipping out and just tossing the
he
shit
might
out of
have,
it?
yeah. I don't know.
It's amazing.
I figured he didn't mean to throw it on the roof. It just landed on the roof.
You have to
Maybe.
wonder how many times in TV or movies that a scene is improv and just it would wound up being alright. I
Yeah.
have to wonder.
Or do they just lie? Yeah, we did this just on the spot.
Well, that's true also.
Even more, It's tricky. But that's all I had to say about that fucker. I would just like
That
to.
fucker.
I would like to mention something. I want to apologize to our multitude of fans, the sea that surrounds us, that the Charlie Challenge, which was talked about extensively across the course of our early days of podcasting, which is basically a poor man's Ouija board, not our podcasting, but the Charlie Challenge, was actually something promoted by the creators of The Gallows.
Really?
They created an urban legend.
It's a viral marketing.
Yes,
Oh
and,
my
and then
God.
implemented
And they got
it in
us!
their movie.
Those fuckers got us!
But you remember how I kept trying to hold off on it? I kept saying, nah,
Oh
it's
my
not
God.
right, it's not right. That,
Wow.
I knew something sinister was going on.
That's
So you're
Fuck
saying,
that.
Hey, that movie's gonna suck, but that's pretty
Oh, it
awesome
did.
that they got it, to
It
work.
does suck. Apparently, it's one of the
Of
worst,
course, it's a
laziest
horror
horror.
movie.
It's like each wave of cheap budget horror movies that make all their money in the first weekend, they get worse and worse. And this is a prime example.
Still pretty cool that they got that to blow up.
I know, amazing.
I envy that. That's pretty cool.
Now, this is our first real news story. This is fantastic to me.
Flan.
No. Get out of here, Daniel.
Fantastic. What?
Well, recently a McDonald's employee was fired in Chicago for allegedly placing his mixtape in children's Happy Meals in place of the usual toy.
Where was this?
I mistakenly,
Chicago.
he didn't mean to do it.
Nah, that's just ridiculous
Threw them in.
wording.
He just threw them from his like window, and they. Just
I want to know
landed.
why it was the kids mixtape. Why not just like a random like
Anyone's
I mean, not
meal.
mixtape, the
Like
kids'
adults'
meal.
meals. Yeah.
Oh, the kids will love me.
But anyway,
Is G-rated rap?
Tyshawn
Christian
Granger.
rap, bro.
Christian.
Tyshawn Granger reportedly placed his collection of rap songs in the Happy Meals within a paper disc holder with the title of the project, and no one can fuck with me for this because I'm just reading a title: Tales of a Real.
So you're saying he put a mixtape called "Tales of a Real"
in child
in
like,
a child's Happy Meal? Not
Yes.
one child's,
How many
multiple
currents,
children's.
How many times? Is he a
Um,
repeat offender?
I actually
this is
think
a
he
nat-
was.
This is the law. You can't do this.
I originally heard this on doubletoasted.com because they have many stories like this relating to African Americans. But basically, he'd been doing this for about 2 weeks before somebody finally confronted the manager. It was like, this is
has gotta
weird.
stop."
This is really weird. You're giving this to my children. And I don't know what the music sounds like. I'm sure it's uploaded, but I'm not saying it again. Look up whatever the name of his mixtape is.
Now watch me way up. Watch me night.
This is like a segment from white people because you won't even say it.
Moving on.
It's just the show's just about like making people feel bad about being white. Like there's a
That's
fucking
the point.
like
That's
there's
the
a
point.
fucking.
How do we get back to
choice.
this? Hold on.
No, that show
No, it's
infuriates
like
me.
a little behind.
Just a little bit.
Like the show Little People.
3 sheets
Like,
to the wind.
That
Little
show is
People.
fucked up.
Little
That
People
is
Big
a
World?
fu-
Yeah.
That is a
Dude,
fucked up
Do you
show.
remember the episode where the kid gets whacked by a fucking catapult?
I never.
He
I
goes-
never watched the show, but I'm just saying.
There's a medical emergency in the like one of the last episodes. They built a trebuchet to launch pumpkins. It just sounds like a fucking
I'm just
fairy
imagining
tale.
that show makes you feel like you're just like shittiest person if you're like a midget or a little person. Like,
Look how hard
what's
my
that
leg-
supposed to do for America? That makes you feel so shitty if you don't like if you're not normal,
A kid,
quote
okay.
unquote normal.
You
Let me
guys
ask
are
you this.
derailing this podcast.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. Not really, but still.
You know it's funny, but I don't know how to. I don't know how to reel it back in.
Look that up. Little People, Big World trebuchet accident.
Oh no, wait. Let's talk about 50 Cent for a second.
What? 50 Cent, ironically named after a monetary amount, is bankrupt.
Oh yeah.
Why?
But it's not. It's not as funny as it sounds.
He's not really bankrupt. I've heard.
He is, but on Monday, Curtis Jackson, better known. I'm getting this from the BusinessInsider.com website. On Monday, Curtis Jackson, not Chris, better known as the rapper 50 Cent, filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. Now, in May, Forbes estimated his net worth to be $155 million, making him one of the richest rappers in the world.
Wow.
So why is he filing for bankruptcy? Well, basically, it's just him protecting assets. That's all it boils down to.
Yeah.
That's why celebrities file for bankruptcy.
Exactly. It's not like he's really out of money. This is just a defense mechanism.
I can see that being posted all over Facebook and people going, "What?"
Yeah, I mean, really, this isn't as much of a story as it sounds like it is. I just thought it was
Trying to clear
funny.
the air.
I just thought it was funny that 50 Cent was in the news. Because when is the last time that happened? Oh!
2003
Pretty much.
with this hit Bottle Full of Bub.
Bub?
I think Candy Shop. More like.
Oh, Candy Shop. Yeah, definitely Candy Shop.
Get out of here! I want my bub.
I'll let you lick the lollipop.
Get out.
Oh,
Come on, Chris.
you guys are
Don't you
fucking
stop.
gross. I've got to reel. You guys are out of control tonight. I'm
We are
like,
just
subdued. I'm subdued. I'm feeling parental.
okay. You know, you can be dad.
I've always wanted to be a dad.
That's weird. I
It's a dream of mine.
don't know if I want you as my dad.
I don't have any expertise with parenting. You look like shit, by the way.
He looks so sweaty.
I always look sweaty, so I can't speak for myself. But
Well, the
God
fans
damn,
off.
dude.
The fans off because we
I
can't.
don't know if I want it back on.
I kind of do, honestly. But you know what?
No, it'll pick up, and it's only 80 degrees in here.
Shit.
It's only 80 degrees in here. It's only a sauna in here.
Donald Trump. It's time for Trump Watch!
Trump Watch.
That's our theme.
Yeah, wait. Can you
Donald
ISO
Trump.
That? Yeah, ISO that.
We're going to hit two birds with one stone here. This is very lucky. We like to cover Donald Trump news here, but we also like to cover other news. But we got both today in one. Donald Trump, the infamous... This is from hightimes.com. Wow. I didn't notice that.
Is this the Cypress Hill website?
You could say that. Donald Trump, the infamous American industrialist and Republican presidential hopeful, could end up with his head on a stick before making it too far down the road to the White House. On Monday, Trump reportedly called in the forces of the Federal Bureau of Investigation to probe into a recent Twitter threat by Joaquin El Chapo Guzman, the cutthroat thief of the Sinaloa cartel, who tunneled his way out of a high-security prison over the weekend just outside of Mexico City.
Oh, wow.
That's some Shawshank Redemption
Holy shit.
shit.
He really did just get out.
And his tweet read as such, and also this is at El Chap0 Guzman.
He has a Twitter account?
Fantastic. This was made along with an Instagram immediately when he escaped. This is it. Keep screwing with us, and I'm going to make you eat your fucking words, you lousy... Except was spelled using 2 8s instead of G's.
Why? He's a fucking cartel member. Who cares at this point?
Anyway, no one has really been able to confirm the authenticity of the drug lord's Twitter handle. But still, Trump issued a statement earlier this week saying that not only is Donald taking the threat seriously, but he is also running scared and seeking peace of mind with the help of the FBI. And the truth is, no one can really blame him.
I don't really.
It's just so funny to me that, you know...
I think that it's funny that his speeches have gotten out to the cartel members. And they're upset about it.
Now, here's something very interesting. Interestingly enough, Trump supporters believe the El Chapo threat is the greatest endorsement a presidential candidate could ever receive.
Chris, do you, on Facebook, do you have anybody that, like, what's that kind of, like, the equivalent of a retweet on Facebook?
Share.
A share. Anybody that shares
everything?
Like it's something
Every
called
fucking dumb news
conservative,
story.
like, Tribune or something
Oh
like that.
my
Yes,
god.
yes.
Oh.
It's like everyone from our high school does.
Gross.
I'm so sorry, my aunt does that.
Oh.
And everything she shares is about Donald Trump.
Pro-Trump?
I don't know if she's pro-Trump. She's just pro, like, showing liberals that they're stupid as shit.
Oh, man.
I saw a post today that
It's
was...
just- It's every time it's just like Donald Trump said something and everyone thought he was stupid as shit for saying it, but he proved him wrong by it coming true, and I'm like, that's not true at all.
So
Donald Trump
is a piece of
what?
shit.
I don't know about that.
I'm happy he's running.
I will slap him.
It's funny.
I will slap him.
I think it's funny that he's running.
It is, but at the same time, it's also angering because he really thinks he's doing something.
I think that's the funniest part.
Like, it's sad, but at the same time, I can't believe he
How
really
old is
believes
he?
it.
Like, in his upper 60s?
Yeah.
Well, every interview he has, he just talks about how many jobs he creates, which is really fucking funny. Because he just says, oh, the Mexicans love me, I love the Mexicans. And the Latinos and the Asians, I love them all. Because they make goods for me.
But no illegals.
But no illegals, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Exactly.
What we got?
We got, moving on, I guess. I just wanted to play a clip of, Bill Cosby. Because, you know, Bill Cosby is old news now. But I want everybody to look up Bill Cosby's special barbecue sauce. Or, as the video titles it, Barbaqueludes.
It's funny because he raped a
It
girl.
certainly is nice to see them work things out for themselves.
You just gotta listen to this.
They haven't worked everything out for themselves. It's my barbecue sauce.
Your barbecue sauce.
My barbecue sauce. Haven't you ever noticed after people have some of my barbecue sauce, After a while, when it kicks in, they get all huggy-buggy.
Oh, stop.
I'm dead serious. Haven't you ever noticed that after one of my barbecues and they have the sauce, people want to get right home?
Oh my god.
Let me tell you something else. I got a cup of it up on the night table there.
No way!
This is
I
real.
got a cup of it.
What is
I
this from?
said.
Cosby Show, Season
Left it
7,
up there
Episode 3.
breathing. Why don't you give the chicken to these people? Let's go on up and have some sauce.
So here's the rest of the chicken, you guys.
I can't believe that's real.
This is real, and it took people this long to realize it, because this went up on July 10th.
Do you think he was like kind of joking around with himself? Like, I'm speaking the truth and they don't even know it.
I like to think that, actually.
That's what I like to
I
think too.
really like to think that. That is...
That's fucked.
I don't even care about Bill Cosby, but just the fact that there was the sync, like how it synced up
Yeah.
so perfectly. I was, all right. Now here's the part I didn't want to have to get to, but we have to.
Do it. Do it.
All right. Well,
Do it.
you got a lot coming from DC soon. You got Batman vs Superman, and you've got Suicide Squad. Now, these movies in particular, well, they're both part of a plan that's been enacted to basically compete with Marvel, because they want a cinematic universe with ensemble casts. This is something Chris and I discuss all the time, where artistry meets industry. And I personally believe that with the Nolan trilogy, we plateaued, and it
With
should
Batman.
just... Yes,
Yeah.
it should flatly fall after that. No more, maybe animated stuff, but just... It certainly should not be 2 years
Well, that's what I was
after
about
the
to say.
last
2
movie.
years or 2 or 3 years. Come on, give
But
it 10 years.
the
Give
point-
people some time to breathe.
The point is, it's not the Batman people wanting this, it's DC.
Yeah,
It's... DC is desperate to
I
get
can't
that
imagine
Marvel
anyone
money.
wants a Batman movie right now, right? Come on,
Well,
After-
you know how people are.
After The Dark Knight,
Rises or
The Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
After The Dark Knight Rises, I loved that movie to death, but that was the last Batman movie I want to see
Exactly.
before 2020.
Exactly.
That's enough for me.
I just...
Not because like I'm tired of them, like they're not because they're rehashing them every year, but just because that trilogy was so great,
It was all that needed to be said.
and that's all. Yeah,
what are they gonna do? That's gonna like blow us out of the water again.
I mean,
Just more action fighting stuff. That's what it's gonna devolve into.
have y'all seen the trailers for the Suicide Squad?
That's what we're.
I've
getting
got that
into.
pulled up.
Okay.
But you said you hadn't seen the second trailer for...
Batman, Superman.
Yeah, you need to see this.
I haven't seen that either.
You need to... I don't want another Batman movie. Like, even if it would eclipse so thoroughly the Nolan trilogy, I'm done. I'm happy. I've taken the slice out of the cake that I want. I don't want anything else crammed down my throat.
You know what I think? It's kind of like an artist that has a good first album and they put out shit after it. It's like I don't want to pay attention to that.
Yeah.
That's almost how I feel about it.
Yeah. Except, you know why that happens, right? Because with the first album, oftentimes artists have been sitting on a catalog of shit they've been writing for years.
And then they're forced to put out an album.
Then
a year
the
later
next thing is all new stuff, basically, and it's like,
It's just bullshit.
You're not confined to any
software
contracts or
albums
anything.
are very often bad.
Oh yeah, and first ones are always good because you have unlimited time to refine it.
As a guitarist, I can definitely say you build up a million riffs. I can only imagine being in my first band. Yeah, I've got all these riffs, and then the next album, oh.
Well, yeah. After your first, you're doing your first one, you can weed out the ones that you don't want. That's how it is.
But yeah, I'm just gonna show you the trailer.
You know what that title means, though, Dawn of Justice? There's going to be at least 3 more sequels to like the Justice League about
Rise
this
of
bullshit.
Justice.
That's what they're marveling it.
Oh!
They are. I mean, that's a far cry away from what Nolan's trilogy looks like. I mean, they're putting Wonder Woman in it.
Well,
Superman's in it. Batman's in it. They're doing a Marvel thing.
it's a lot more commercialized just from the start than Nolan's was. Now, to be honest, I am very jaded and skeptical about any further Batmans. It shouldn't. It's so done. It's so trite. But that is a good teaser. Still, it is a good teaser, I will say. That looks really good, but at the same time, you can make anything look good, I think, in a teaser.
I was going to say Prometheus, but you really like that.
I like Prometheus too.
I like
The trailer for it
Prometheus.
was so much better than the movie.
I like Prometheus regardless of its flaws, and it is riddled with plot holes, but I don't know, it brought me back to what I first felt when I watched Alien, and that hadn't happened in a long time, especially with Alien versus Predator. Those things really didn't feel like those movies. This felt like a Ridley Scott movie, and that makes sense because it was Ridley Scott. But yeah, I don't know. It's not necessary, but I'm not hating it now.
I feel like it's trying to be something that it's not.
What is it?
It looks, honestly, it feels like a Michael Bay movie trying to be a Christian Nolan movie.
That's a
Christian
really...
Nolan.
I mean,
Christian Nolan.
Christian Nolan.
That's actually a really good...
That wasn't well delivered, but that's a really good point.
It feels...
That's a really good point.
Yeah, Christian Nolan, this great upcoming director.
I don't think I've ever heard
never directed any movie other than this.
I don't think I've ever heard a better, summarized description of Zack Snyder's movies, actually.
I think you nailed it.
That's really good, actually.
It just seems like there's a lot of action packed,
but they
into
want it
something
to be
that's
meaningful.
Yeah, it's trying to convey a story that people are supposed to know at this point. There's anyone who loves Batman or Superman, they're supposed to know the story.
They should.
But he's trying to draw other people in with the action and the explosions, and honestly, there might be a little bit of love interest there that might draw more people
Amy
in.
Adams?
Amy Adams.
I'd love to be interested in that. Oh, I am. Sorry, this is going back to the old channel, I think. My obsession with her butt.
She does have a great butt.
She does.
But
She does.
That's nice.
It's not even that it's like something profound like the Kim Kardashians, but it's
just...
It is good.
It is what it is.
Very
It
solid.
It does not pretend to be something it's not.
It's amazing how fast we went from 4 different subjects.
I know. I
Amy
can't wait to
Adams.
listen to this again. But yeah, I really didn't even want to bring up this movie with you because ever since we heard about it, we've been maligning it. Mm-hmm. But to be honest, I think Suicide Squad, you've both seen the trailer already.
Yeah. Yep.
I've seen the first trailer. Haven't seen the Is there a second
They
trailer?
put out a 3-minute one.
Yeah. I don't hate it, but I'm not happy about it.
I don't know what to think about it, honestly.
I don't care about a movie that It's over a year away, and I've seen too much.
Batman will have 30 seconds in this movie.
I've seen.
This is it's supposed to be Suicide Squad.
Is this the bad guy's perspective?
The anti-Justice League.
Okay, so
yeah.
Honestly, I don't care about this right now.
I have seen too much of it, and I hate to take the words out of Rocco's mouth, but it's like Star Wars. I don't need to see another trailer. I'm gonna see it, and I'm excited for it.
This is true. This is true.
I don't need.
Are you excited about Suicide Squad?
No.
What are you saying?
Well, if I was excited, if I was one of them,
one of those people,
why do you Why do you want to keep seeing trailers?
Because
just to whet your appetite.
People like to be excited. They like sensationalism.
I've never seen a movie this hyped up before. Can you tell me one? Star Wars isn't this hyped up.
Star Wars is pretty hyped.
It's not like Suicide Squad.
Star Wars is only hyped up because there's so much time between the last Star Wars trilogy till now.
We're hungry for it, whereas the prequels
there's
we
such
weren't.
a large fan base. I mean, I don't know a single person that doesn't even connect with Star Wars on a very elemental level. I don't even I don't like the new trilogy. I like the old trilogy better than the new trilogy.
Right.
But even now, I can still kind of connect to the new trilogy just because, like,
It's more of what you like.
Yeah, it's
sort
more-
of.
it's
It's more
sort
the
of,
universe.
Sort of. Yeah, it's just an extension, not well handled, basically.
Yeah.
and it spans 2 generations too. Honestly,
I just wonder who's excited for who
Everyone.
wants Suicide Squad. That's what I don't get.
People like that Ryan guy.
Who's impressed
Who,
by everything?
They just anything mass media related, like that you know is the most the topmost.
It's extreme. Yeah.
They can't handle it. They have to see it, and that's what they rely on. And Zack Snyder's films have always been like that.
Yeah.
I can live without
Always.
Suicide Squad.
Yeah, and I can live without Batman vs Superman, especially. I think honestly that looks good compared to Suicide Squad, which looks like. What is the point of this? A trailer is supposed to tell me something about what's actually going on, and not just say, "Hey, look,
Oh wait, yeah.
Killer
Hey, look what
Croc.
Look,
We got Harley Quinn.
Hey,
look,
we got the girl from Wolf of Wall Street
Yeah,
playing Harley
yeah.
Quinn.
Hey, you gotta look at this. Yeah,
But that's what it is today.
but Batman vs Superman.
Yeah.
You understand what the conflict is going to be. Superman is unchecked and out of control,
It's like
and you got Lex Luthor.
these 2 movies to me are just they're trying to be the biggest spectacle possible right now.
And I just don't understand why
every-
it's such an afterthought to take a step back.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, every single movie these days, every single like big blockbuster movie is trying to be the top box office movie.
it's all money. That's the bottom line. That's an understood continuing theme that I hate.
That makes me sad when you look back to even like the early 2000s when movies were made to be great movies and like have a good storyline and
Right.
be well made instead of just make a lot of money.
Artistry meets industry. My favorite phrase from Chris. My favorite thing he's ever said. Like, well, you've said many things I like, but
It's
it's
what it is.
it's the epitome. Oh, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, we had a little computer thing. That's that thing I can't figure out, Chris. That .js file, which is I've narrowed it down to being a Java file, but I don't. Anyway, no tech talk. Enough Batman vs Superman. I don't know what to say about it really.
Thank God.
Lastly, I would like to talk about something a little controversial. There is a recent trend. Okay. Every day, basically, people are thinking gay rights is taking a step forward. Now, naturally, I've made my opinion clear that I'm all for that, but there is something that's going along with it where people... It's the refrigerator. People make videos of themselves coming out. Now, the thing about coming out, I know several gay people who have come out. Including one that came out to me. And
I've never.
it is a deeply
experience.
personal, serious, I trust you thing.
I can imagine.
And to take that and turn it into commercialism, that's what's happened on YouTube recently. A while back, I couldn't find what it was. There's like some pair of really handsome twins that look very androgynous, male twins that have like slick back hair, that like both of them were apparently gay and came out together on camera, and it was just a big crying, boo-hooing shit. It is so it's not real. What they're doing is, even if they are gay, they've already come out to someone. They're saying
if it was that hard, you probably wouldn't film it and put it on.
you are not going to put that. It is solely for sensationalism. And now, I have hated Shane Dawson for many, many years.
Is he gay?
He
I
has
thought he was gay from
come
the
out
start.
I
in
thought he
a-
was too, but I didn't I almost didn't think he was.
in a meandering, unrefined, 15-minute video labeled, I'm bisexual.
He made a fucking video about getting his 1,000,000th subscriber and cried in it. Give me a fucking break. This guy's a joke.
Okay.
Is Shane Dawson relevant, or is this his trying to come back to
This
be
is him trying to come
relevant?
back. Ever since he cut his hair, ladies stopped saying, "Oh my god, he's so cute! Oh my god!" And so,
That's what he sounds like.
Naturally-
half the time in his videos.
as you're circling the drain, you try some pretty dramatic stuff to get back into the spotlight if you're a whore. This man is a whore. And I don't think something like this should be his weapon of choice. Because, I've had gay friends. I had a lot of gay friends when I was in college. It's seriously, when you have a heart-to-heart with them, it is a hard-ass thing to do. And what these people are doing is minimizing it, and not in a good way. You'd think making it less of a thing would be good, but they're not mocking it. They're almost just parading it around like a cheap trick.
It's not that hard.
It's like a cheap trick.
Yeah.
And a million channels I see now, female, male channels, partners, coming out. Oh, here's my I'm gay, I'm bisexual coming out video. I just don't understand. It's not. This is something that is now. It's like taking it. Okay, it's like where art meets industry in its own way. I'm not equating it to that exactly, but it's something personal and meaningful being used strictly for popularity.
Personal gain, yeah.
And that really disgusts me.
For something so deep and personal that a lot of people have to go through
And struggle with their whole lives.
I mean, they call it in the closet for a reason. It's a dark place to be if you can't come out and admit it.
So I have nothing but contempt for people like Shane Dawson, who isn't even coming out as gay but bisexual.
Anyway.
That's not even an announcement. That's just like mockery almost. But he doesn't realize it. So that's my slant there, and I'm horrified by it. Any closing words on that?
That's it. Subscribe to Shane Dawson TV.
No.
I mean, I feel like as more and more people become I guess accustomed to the whole people being either bisexual or gay, it's going to be a lot easier and easier for people to actually say they're bisexual and gay. And as kind of like a outcome of that, people on YouTube and other various outlets of media are going to exploit that and
capitalize on it while it's still okay, while it's still kind of taboo.
Yeah, while it's still kind of taboo to be kind of a little bit gay or kind of a little bit bisexual. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if you're gay. I don't give a shit if you're bisexual. I'm not gonna have sex with you if you're gay or bisexual. I don't care. I'm just saying, if you're bisexual or gay, that's great. Have a good day. But
have a good day. Move along.
Honestly, it shouldn't be that taboo of a subject. In 2015,
it is.
It's not a spectacle.
Until the baby boomers die out, it's going to be taboo.
It shouldn't be a spectacle. I think it should be something that you tell to your close family and friends alone, and that's the extent that it reaches.
Exactly. It shouldn't be something you post to your YouTube channel to get more subscribers and more followers.
Oh, that's what it is.
I'm trying to think of something.
Exactly what it is.
I'm trying to think of something to equate to this that would function as a metaphor, but this is just. It's pretty unique.
That's the most extreme you can get right now, I think.
I hate it, and I would not be surprised if this is the new being dark and serious and gritty.
Oh, I was gonna say it's only to do with mass media, social media, YouTube, where I could say, "Oh, suicide has run its course." That's not okay. You can't do that. That's not popular. It's only on YouTube that you can say that. That's fucked up.
Mm-hmm. It'd be nice to have someone who was actually gay here that, I
could opine on the
approved of, and I don't mean that because of their homosexuality, but because of their personality, to actually weigh in.
I feel like most homosexual people would just be
I don't think you could pick them out in a crowd, honestly.
I feel like they'd just be like, hey, good for you. I'm glad you're coming out and accepting your sexuality, but don't parade it around like it's something to be proud of or something that you, have been hiding for for a fucking long time and now decide to come out just because it's convenient for you or because...
Yeah, it's that conveniency part.
Or because it gets you more followers and gets you more popular. It's not supposed to be a popularity contest. It's supposed to be who you are.
That's such a personal issue.
Mm-hmm. And they're just exploiting it, and it disgusts me so much, and I see them crying on cue and just... I can't think of anything more disingenuous. It's disgusting.
Any good actor can cry on cue.
Anyone
amateur actor could.
If you try long enough,
Actually,
can cry
anyone
on cue.
could. Yeah, just think
I
about
feel
your
like
dog dying.
I can get any person off the street to like talk about a deep subject they had to deal with in the past, and they'll just cry on the spot.
All I have to think about is the scene from Inception where the kid who's the subject of the Inception is trying to win his dad's approval, and he's saying that he's not disappointed in him. He's disappointed that he tried to be greater than him. It's just like, dad stuff gets me, but that's beside the point.
I'm not crying. I have sweat in my eyes.
Oh, he's crying. Chris is so happy about how this podcast has turned out. He is weeping.
A bug flew in my eye.
Yeah, we have
Fuck.
occasionally gnats in here because of this external AC unit. It requires the window being propped open and kind of squished by the top of the window, and sometimes there's some cracks. I tried to tape them off, but...
Oh, yeah, we got an external AC unit because we moved out of the basement recently.
Yeah.
We're on the first floor.
We have moved up. I think RJ3K is pleased with our progress, even though we have yet to do any public videos, which was my prime directive at the beginning of this summer.
Well, they did issue us a wireless mic.
This is true, and that will be here soon. We're detailing it or something. Eventually, the wireless mic will be here. We're in the maintenance and housekeeping section of the podcast now. We're about to close out. End it with a not so great bang.
Are we?
We're at an hour and 5 minutes.
You took too long.
No. Okay,
Wow.
tell me what you have. What do you have?
I wanted to ask you guys what's the most terrified you've ever been, because I was thinking about this the other day.
Most terrified or terrifying?
Terrified. What the most
You
terrifying?
said terrifying.
No, I didn't.
The record will state.
I know. Nolan's first.
Oh, you know mine.
I'm first for what?
What's the most horrified, scared, terrified you've ever been? A singular moment that just pops into your head.
Okay,
Damn it. These are
I've
hard
been most
questions.
terrified
It is a hard question. That's why I was thinking about it.
most recently,
No.
just at all. Okay, I have been most terrified when I had to tell my parents that I did not want to play college baseball anymore.
Oh.
Because my mom pushed me and pushed me and pushed me to play college
It
baseball.
wasn't your dad?
No, it wasn't my dad. My dad
Wow.
said from the very beginning, hey, if you want to play college baseball, great. If you don't, that's on you. I don't care if you want to or don't want to. Do what you want to do. My mom pushed me to do it. And me having to tell her that I didn't want to do it anymore and ultimately kind of break her heart a little bit was one of the hardest things I've had to do.
When you did this, did you make a YouTube video and send it to him?
No.
Capitalizing
because
on your
like,
emotions.
No, I'm not capitalizing on my emotions, and I'm not like feeding on other people's approval to
Like a whore!
I'm not feeding on other people's approval to justify my life decisions.
That was a much different answer than I was expecting, but that's fine. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jay.
All right, Jay.
I've told you that mine probably.
I know. I am at. I think
I don't even know if it was the most terrifying moment. It was actually kind of surreal. I got held at gunpoint in the middle of the road at night. There was a place at the college town I went to that was very skeezy, and I was going to do something sketchy. And I got jumped. And the funny thing about it was that they put me execution style on my knees, along with my buddy in the middle of the road. And only one of them had a gun, so we probably could have done something, but that could have ended up badly. And they asked for my wallet. Gave them my wallet. Didn't have any money in it. They dug through it, threw it on the ground. Took my other dudes like $10. End of story. But in that time, you go through a lifetime of thought. Like you start to say, is this the end? Is this truly the end? This is where it's gonna stop. You accept it, and then you reach this Zen-like level of, I'm dead, I'm done, and that's what I remember most distinctly about it. But I mean, that was passing terror because I knew it was over. I knew this had to be the end. There's no way I can get out of this. So Man, that feels so far behind me. Like, so far behind me. But, I mean, you had that incident with the gunshot. Was that your most terrifying?
No, but I have a couple things. We have that, which honestly I'm not so sure about. I can't explain what it was, but the guy that told me that they had it on camera, turns out he's a pathological liar.
Oh!
But I still...
He might have done it.
Yeah, he shot. I still don't know what it was because I was standing there and concrete flew up in front of me.
Just some aphids.
Just falling. Yeah.
It's a cloud of aphids.
No, but I think I had to really think about this because I have a couple. But the one that I was thinking about, my dad and I went whitewater rafting. Oh, God, probably 3 or 4 years ago. And we did this optional part of the course. It was like a 10-foot waterfall. That's a lot bigger when you're on the top than, looking.
I can only imagine.
So we decided we would do it. Like, I think 2 people in our raft decided they weren't
Did
going
your dad go, "Ah!"
I can imagine your dad going through this.
Before we went over, as we approached, I distinctly remember the guide going, "All right, brace!" And we all, got in the bottom of the raft like this. And I remember my dad was sitting directly behind me.
Don't
so
be
we were
afraid.
all, looking forward like this. And I see my dad go right over us. Because, the raft hit first, like nose first. And it just went flying. This place was surrounded by rocks.
Oh.
So I'm I get up immediately and I'm like, oh my God. And then I feel, around my neck, like a rope. Someone threw a lifeline and it went around my neck.
Oh my God.
So I was thinking, well, is this the end of the family name?
Oh my God!
I was panicking so much.
That's the name of the episode, The End of the Family Name.
That happened because we were going the opposite way of the shore, so you could feel it it's like a noose, just getting closer and closer.
That's fucked up.
And then my dad emerged, and I just managed.
My dad emerged. I see your dad rising from the depths.
It was probably 5 seconds. Felt like 10 minutes.
I can
5,
only
10
laugh about
seconds.
that 'cause I know
10
it's.
seconds.
I can only laugh about that because I know you guys are both okay.
Dude,
Yeah.
man.
Well,
That
I mean,
was
shit.
terrifying.
When I rode okay, we're from Atlanta, obviously, and I went to Six Flags over Georgia once. And they had a ride called the Ninja, which was very notorious
I know
for
what you're
being
talking
very
about.
windy and wild and having a really brutal drop. I don't know what they did, or what I did, or if something was wrong, but my head against the sides of the thing the whole time, and I could feel myself dying. I thought.
the thing that just spins? Is that what you're talking about?
No, it's a roller coaster all around, but just the whole time
It's an old school roller coaster that it's not air suspended.
I don't think they have it anymore.
Yeah.
I think they took it down.
I remember last time I went they had it, but that must have been a couple years ago.
Yeah.
But I remember even a couple of years ago, I heard about the Batman and how
The
some kid
Batman.
lost
his head.
his hat, and then he went
Then he
over.
lost his head.
Then he went over and jumped the fence to get his hat and lost his head.
Oh.
And I was terrified, thinking, going through this, oh my God, I'm going to see some kid
It's like
down
a real
there.
life urban
I'm going to
legend.
see Batman's head.
I'm going to see some kid down there trying to get his hat or his phone or his wallet or something, and we're just going to cut his fucking head off.
You're gonna see the ghost of that child trying to pick up his head next time.
I was so terrified to go on that ride. Even just riding it, I was so scared because I was if I see some kid down there, I'm just gonna lose it.
Well, shit, that thing at the fair that just raises you up high and drops you, somebody's arm got stuck in the side of it once, and then right off.
God.
I can't ride that anymore after hearing that story. I can't.
Have you seen the video of 2 skydivers colliding in midair?
Yes.
The guy,
Dude,
his shoulder hits this guy's legs, and his legs just shear off.
I remember that being linked around forever.
It just shrink, and his legs are gone.
It's
That's terrifying.
It's so fucked up.
And there's just a bloody red mist everywhere.
Oh.
It's awful.
I hate the red mist because
I hate the red mist.
Also, another early contender for episode title.
the red mist.
I hate the red mist. Well, what else did we have? Anybody? I've given all my crap out. Oh, we haven't done our song Picks of the Week!
Oh yeah, we should do that.
Saving that for the end.
That's a very good ending, honestly.
I will start first because I'm the host. Let's see. My recommendation for this week. Okay, I don't like the Arctic Monkeys very much. They're very pop indie for me. A little too much.
Very
But
indie.
the lead singer had a side project that to me sounded like more grounded Beatles. Like if the Beatles were more weighted down by anguish. And they were called the Last Shadow Puppets. They released one album in 2008. I own it.
They're not around
Yeah.
anymore. Okay.
Just a side project. And this song is called My Mistakes Were Made for You.
Cause we're just following the flock round and in between before we're smashed to smithereens like they were, and we scramble from the blame. And it's the fame that put words in her mouth. She couldn't help but spit them out. Around your crooked conscience she will wind. And it's a lot to ask her not to stay and give her less than everything. Innocence and arrogance entwined.
It's kind of like a Bond theme to me.
It's that.
I love it. I don't like much of the Arctic Monkeys catalog though.
No, I don't care for it either.
They had a new song, Why Do You Always Call Me When You're High?
Yeah, I know what you're
You
talking
ever heard
about.
that? Yeah. I mean, it's like, it's not...
I like that song, but not because of like the lyrics or it's just kind of catchy. I
It's
like it.
bordering on being too pretentious, but I think they kind of reel it in enough to where it doesn't make me just cringe to death.
I haven't listened to enough of them to really give you an opinion.
They're like
I
one of the
just-
quintessential indie rock
I know
pop
about them. I
bands.
just haven't checked them out.
I've just heard that song on the radio. And
That song got heavy-ass radio play. Well, Chris?
Oh, my turn. Nolan's last. He's gonna bring it home.
Oh, no.
Nolan. Oh, I'm gonna bring it home.
Mate,
alright.
you probably don't have it on.
No, I'll find it.
Oh, you probably don't know. It's too obscure.
It's too obscure. It's so indie. You haven't even heard of like this band.
Try the Beatles.
You know what? I gotta be honest. I haven't really thought about it too much. Just go with
AC/DC.
No.
Rock and Roll Train.
yeah, Hell's Bells.
Kiss. Walk this way.
Detroit Rock City.
Kiss, Detroit Rock City.
Destroy
Rock
Walk
City.
This Way is Aerosmith, by the way, right?
I would type
Yeah.
in. I'll go with the song I've been singing all night.
No, God, no.
Peaches. Type in Peaches. Fuck the pain away.
Okay.
Sucking on my titties like you wanted me, calling me all the time like blondie. Check out my Chrissy behind, it's fine all of the time, like sex on the beaches. What else is in the teachers of peaches? Huh, what? Sucking on my titties like you wanted me, calling me all the time like blondie. Check out my Chrissy behind, it's fine all over the time. What else is in the teachers of peaches? Like sex on the beaches. What? Right.
Sheesh.
But,
So you know that's
what a pick of the week.
that was quite a pick.
Pick of the year.
That was quite a pick, I gotta
of the
say.
year.
I don't really, I like the lady, she's got some moves, but otherwise I'm just upset.
Not a wordsmith.
I mean,
That's okay. You
it's
know, I'll take
tough.
what I can.
No, we're not trying to gang up on you, we're just...
It's okay. I'll just be the gay guy on YouTube. He just
Mr. Shane Dawson up in here.
Mr.
Dawson.
Shane, I'll be Shane Dawson. For
Got his
tonight.
nice emo hair and wears a
I
cap. that
cut
sleeps
my
with
hair and I lost some weight and I started on YouTube and people started
Well, he
liking
really
me.
has hit all the marks. He lost weight, you know, he cut his hair.
I tried
He's
to be
such a
like the
personal
friendly guy on
betterment
YouTube,
idol.
but apparently in 2002 and 2012, being friendly is gay, and now it's just
You don't say hi to nobody, you just say, fuck you! And then that's the new way of greeting that's not gay.
It's good analysis of that song.
Well, Chris, last but definitely not least,
Alright.
we've got you. And I know you've got something planned. You always surprise me with amazing stuff.
Wow.
Even though we've only done this for 1 week.
Wow, okay. I'm gonna go with a man I saw I did Drifters last week, right? Up on the Roof.
Yeah.
Okay,
I just haven't edited it.
That's okay. Again, taking a spin. I'm gonna do "Don't Front" by Joey Badass, who I saw live, and it was pretty great. To me, this was like seeing one of the early '90s hip hop bands of yore. And it was incredible to me just to see that. So go ahead and throw that in there.
It all started with the special hearse. Then after that it came the sexual worst. I mean, shorty in a perpetual verse. She play body and I collide with a vibe when I'm inside the walls. I cut my shorties on the side cause I decide she all mine. I keep her in my eyes at all times. Not because I don't trust her, I just can't get enough of her. On the phone later tell her mom Dukes because of her. She played the hustler. And I'm like, mad customers, man. Swear I'm in love and ain't afraid to admit it. Be blowing up a line, man. I swear I'm addicted. But it's all cool, cause when in love we all fools. They say men lie and women lie naked, that's all fooling. Numbers don't matter after the first night, right? So what the fuck is love at its first sight? If you ask me, another stupid analogy. Made to cover flaws of the female anatomy. But I'ma keep gradually telling these bitches, don't front, don't front, don't front, don't front, don't.
It's great. I like it a lot. It
What do
really
you think,
puts
Nolan?
me in
Give
a
me
place.
your out of 10 rating.
It's his song. I'm not gonna butt in.
Oh, you crit.
Well, kids, I'll tell you when
Do
you
a little
see.
jig.
Give me a little jig for that song.
Do a little jig as you explain your review.
That's it.
Do a little jig while you talk about To Kill a Mockingbird.
I don't have
and
much
Atticus.
Oh, I love that book.
I
That
did
box.
too. Did you read the
Great
sequel?
book. Oh, I heard
That
about
just came out like 2 days ago.
No, you're okay.
I heard about that.
My brother got the sequel.
It's not written by Truman
got this.
Capote. You know, Truman Capote wrote the original
Truman
book, right?
Capote.
I've heard rumors.
He wrote the fucking original. That bitch can't write for shit.
What?
They were both raised together. Like,
Bitch can't write
Bitch can't
for
write
shit.
I know. I know, that's what I said.
You're gonna be on the Today Show.
That bitch.
Sorry.
Okay, Boo Radley. Not Boo Radley. Who was that little...
Scout.
I always thought that the name of Scout, her real name, I saw the movie verse was Scalp.
Scout and Jim.
Whoever that little kid in the movie was, that was
Scout?
Truman Capote. The
Jim.
boy.
I think it was Jim.
No,
the little
little
boy.
kid.
With the tooth? The
yeah,
teeth?
the two
The
big
tooth.
teeth.
I know what
That
you're
was
talking
him.
about.
Yeah, that was supposed to be Truman Capote's character, basically.
Oh yeah. I know what you're saying.
They were all inspired by her childhood.
Yeah.
And that was supposed to be him. And she notoriously was not a great writer, but had a lot of good material, and he edited it down really thoroughly. So now I'm wondering, is this thing faring well, or like what's the situation here? This is like our closing story.
I haven't heard much about it. I just know that Atticus's character has
Oh yeah,
completely changed. He's a segregationist.
he's racial.
He's racial. He's a racer.
He's a racialist.
I just want to read it.
I don't really have any interest in reading it.
I think it would ruin the first one.
It's honestly it's in my house, and once my brother finishes it, I'm just gonna.
Oh
pick
well,
it
yeah.
up.
If you have it, sure.
Interesting.
But right now it's like $30 at like a bookstore, or like
Fuck that.
or $20 on
Oh,
Amazon. I mean,
Hardcover first release, probably.
It's hard. It is hardcover.
I hate when they do that. They make you buy it basically if you want it really badly.
I asked my brother what he was doing. He said he was going to buy the new Harry
Potter book.
Harry Potter book. He's going to buy the new
Episode
Harry Potter
8.
Episode 8.
Well, there's your book review segment. After dark.
We wrapping this up?
We need to.
We have a monologue.
After the
anyone?
Deathly Hallows.
We're at 125.
I have a monologue.
Chris has got a monologue. Lay it on us. You're bringing the show out.
Oh.
Don't hit it.
Nolan. Do you
like-
remember
you're like
days
Christ.
of working at the Burger Shack?
The week. The week we worked at the burger.
Do you remember?
Of course I do. I remember Boring Brian.
Boring Brian!
That's for next week.
Do you remember the training video? Do you remember
I got a freak.
the tiled tomatoes on the man's background of his computer? And do you remember him asking what they were? And the man by the name of Darius shouted, "Oranges!" Because I do. Do you remember the training video? where the interviewer says, "Peanuts! Where did you get them?" And the fifth guy said, "Whoops. The peanut farms!" And then we laughed!
Stop it.
And we all got together! And we sang in a circle! And we said, "Indians scattered on dawn's highway bleeding. Ghosts crowd the young child's fragile eggshell mind."
Are you reading Acid Bath lyrics? Goodbye!
Oh my god.
Blinded by the lights, wrapped up like a douche, another runner in the night.